Hello, everyone. Have you ever gone to a dental office and the doctor actually provides you with a long list of treatment plan, but you are so concerned because you feel like you don't have the funds, you don't have any way to actually making sure that you can be taken care of and that you can have your problems treated? Well, I'm here to talk to you about different ways that you can afford your dental care. I'm Dr. Valerie Mukanga with Healing Wings Dental, the place where we help our patients maintain and or regain their oral health and smile so they can soar in life. Okay, so how can you afford your dental care? We talk about three different ways you can actually accomplish that goal. Okay, so number one, if you're able to, you can actually make sure that you obtain insurance. A dental insurance is going to help you in that, it's going to decrease the burden on you. You're going to be able to pay a small portion in light of the portion that they actually cover. Okay, so monthly, I believe that you're going to make a payment to the insurance providers, or you can pay in full, and then what they turn around and do is that they cover at a certain percentage. So what should you know about dental insurance? There are different types of dental insurances. Okay, so one type is PPO. PPO is a preferred type where you can actually choose a doctor of your choice. So if you go to a dental clinic, you're going to be able to, with a PPO, decide on which doctor you want to go to. So you can come to our office like Healing Wings Dental. We actually do take PPO plans, or any other offices that actually take those kind of insurance plans, right? So what should you know about a PPO plan, or when you have an insurance? That there's a few questions that you need to find out. Some insurance plan, when you do get them, they will provide coverage at a certain percentage. Oftentimes it's 80% and you end up paying 20%. But usually for your routine, like the checkups, that means the exams, the x-rays, they usually cover that at 100%. But it depends on providers, right? So you want to make sure you ask those questions. Another question that you want to know, and that will be advantageous if you actually know the type of treatment that you need. That means that you actually went ahead of time, but you didn't have insurance. And now you can, while you're asking for insurance, you can ask them those kind of specific questions. Is there a waiting time before the time that I'm actually going to be covered? Because some insurances, will ask you to wait maybe 6 months depending on procedure, or sometimes even like a year, right? So you want to ask those kind of questions. Is there a missing tooth clause? If you know that you have teeth that you need to be replaced, if there is a missing tooth clause, it means that they will not cover if the tooth was actually lost prior to you getting the insurance. So you want to ask those kind of questions. Okay, now the second type of plan we're going to talk about is HMO. For an HMO, the insurance is already going to assign you with a specific doctor, in our case a dentist, that should cover your plans. At Healing Wings Dental, we actually don't take HMOs because it's kind of like a little bit harder as far as the coverage. So but if you do have an HMO plan, you would already have a doctor that has been assigned to you, and that's where you should go. And I believe, if I'm correct, there is, if you want to not go to that particular doctor, there's a specific list of doctors that do take HMO. You can only go to the ones that are covered by your insurance. Okay, so you do have a free leeway whereby you can still select, but it's only going to be those doctors that are actually taking those plans. Okay, for the PPOs, you have a wider range. So many more offices actually do take them, so you can be covered mostly in network, or sometimes if your insurance provide also out of network coverage, you can also go to a doctor that takes a PPO, but that is not in your network. Okay, now the last insurance plan that I was going to talk to you about is Medicaid. If you have children, then Medicaid, if you fall within a certain bracket, of a certain bracket or financial bracket, you can actually have your children be covered by Medicaid. And with Medicaid, you know, they will cover for the services at 100%. They start covering for from babies beginning at 6 months and up, okay, to 21 years old for children. Some offices also take adult Medicaid, and in fact some offices take also Medicare. So you know, you need to inquire, ask those questions, make sure you know that those are taken, so you don't waste your time going to an office and then you go over there after having left your or not gone to your office, or maybe at school, and then you go to the office and they're like, I'm so sorry, we don't take your insurance. So you want to do, you know, your due diligence of asking the offices ahead of time, providing them with the insurance information so they can check for you and make sure that they do or do not take your insurance coverage. Okay, so that's insurance, number one. Number two, there are some offices that offer you third-party vendors. Okay, so those companies will actually cover the treatment, the portion that you have to take, that you have to pay in full, and then you know you will be able to establish a payment plan with them covering your treatment. Okay, so that's third-party coverage. In our office, for instance, we do take Care Credit, we also take Sunbeat, and then we also take HFD. Now with Care Credit and Sunbeat, you know, if you already have it, many offices do actually honor them. HFD is one that we came across not too long ago, and it's been very, very beneficial, because we have found out that with Care Credit and Sunbeat, many times it will depend on your credit, and even with HFD it will depend on your credit. So whether you get accepted or not will depend on the credit level that you do have. But also what we found with HFD is that they are more lenient. The difference in coverage now is going to be in the percentage that you are liable for. So there's going to be a higher percent rate rather, if your credit score is not as good. But oftentimes you can at least, you know, get coverage for the treatment that you do need. It's very, 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 very rare that HFD does not actually cover treatment for someone. So we've seen a lot of people that actually came and they do qualify for HFD. You're able to get all your treatment done, and then after that, you know, you can pay them on your terms, you know, in your time. So that's what we have found. And then the third thing that I wanted to talk about, another way that you can actually afford your treatment, is if the dental company that you're going to actually does have a membership plan. Because what the membership plan is going to do is that it's going to allow you to actually have a reduced rate, because now you become, you know, one of their members, and so they decrease the rate of coverage. So I don't know, it depends on, you know, the type of membership that they do have, but you can see maybe like a 10% or a little more, probably more, deduction or reduction in the price of coverage. Okay, so that's something that you can do, and some offices may be able to offer that for you, right? If you have, sometimes they do have, you know, family membership plan where, you know, it's for parents it's a certain price, for children it's a certain price, and that's going to help you if that's also what you need. So those are ways that you can actually get your payment, that you can actually afford your dental care. And so if you have found this information to be valuable, please share the information, subscribe, like, comment. If you have any question, we're here to answer your questions accordingly. And, you know, depending on the question, we can also make a video to address your need, to address, you know, your concern and everything like that. Okay, so we are Healing Wings Dental, located at 4101 West Green Oaks Boulevard, suite number 317 in Arlington, Texas. And our phone number is 972 213-0202, and we are located obviously here in Arlington. It's it's really in the big Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. So if you live in Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Arlington is located right there, and we are able to help you. And our website is www.healingwingsdental.com. You can request an appointment, and we'll be able to help you in a timely manner. Okay, so that being said, we wish you a fantastic rest of the day. Be blessed. Okay, make it positive. You got it. You can do it. Take care. Bye.